my channel. So for today's video, I am going to be doing a girls' night in mukbang. I do have a confession. It's really not the night time right now. It is actually 1:32 in the afternoon, and I could have filmed this tonight, but I just don't really like the lighting at night, and the lighting in my apartment in the day is so beautiful. So I was like, no, you know what, we're gonna have a cocktail. It is a virgin cocktail, it's got no alcohol in. So it's a mocktail, and I'm gonna have some sushi as well. And I thought, what better two items to have whilst I'm answering a load of your questions that you guys have sent me over on Instagram. I just wanted to do a mukbang. I have not done a mukbang in a really long time. The last one I did was with my mum, and that was probably about 2 months ago now. So I just made this mocktail in my living alone diaries that will be up very soon if you do want the recipe. And I ordered some little avocado rolls from Itsu. I'm dying to have one. I know you're probably thinking, Anastasia, well, you like sushi now. Yep, I do not know what happened, and this really like isn't proper sushi. It's just little avocado rolls. I haven't really tried much of the fish ones yet, but oh my god, these ones are so good. So I asked on Instagram for you guys to send me some questions, and you sent me some, just like loads of girly questions, and basically just questions you'd probably ask your mum or your big sister, and things that you might want advice on, and I thought it'd be fun to answer. So I hope you guys enjoy. If you do, please smash a huge thumbs up, and other than that, let's get started. First of all, mocktail tasting time. So good, very sugary. Like, I feel like I added way too much sugar in this, but other than that, it's so nice. Love these little glasses too. They're from Asda, if anybody wondered. Oh, and my little tray of sushi. It's been like, I haven't had sushi for now for maybe like a week. Oh, they're so good. Oh, has just randomly texted me saying love you. Oh, love you too, babe. I'm gonna have one more before I start answering questions. They're absolutely phenomenal. How do you feel so confident in yourself? Do you have any tips? First of all, I feel like I might give off the impression that I'm quite a confident person, when in reality, I am the furthest from confident you'll probably ever meet. I am so nervous around new people. I'm really quite insecure, and yeah, I'm not a very confident person at all. And my confidence has definitely grown compared to what it used to be like 5 years ago. But now, yeah, I don't know, I still struggle. If you're talking about looks-wise and insecurities and how to build up your confidence with that, I've said this in a video before, and I know so many people took my advice, which makes me so happy. But basically, you just want to look in the mirror every single day and just thank yourself that like your body is functioning and your body is amazing, you're in amazing health, and okay, you might not look exactly how you want to look, but it doesn't matter, because as long as your body's working and it's keeping you alive, then we should be happy with it. Society sets so many different standards on what people should look like nowadays, and to try and fit in, and a lot of the time if you don't fit in, you get bullied for it, and it's just a real vicious cycle. And being on the internet and putting myself out there, and because my kind of looks necessarily doesn't fit society's definition of perfect, even though it doesn't have to, I get ripped into all the time. Like, the amount of messages I get and the amount of cruel comments I get about my appearance has really knocked my confidence. But I basically look in the mirror and yeah, I tell myself that my body's keeping me alive, my body's keeping me healthy, and I should be grateful for that. And you learn to love yourself for the way that you are. You really do. Like, I used to hate what I look like, and now, like, okay, don't get me wrong, I have days where I'm like, I do not want to get ready today. Like, I feel vile, I really do not like what I look like, I'm so pale, blah blah. But the more self-love you give, and if you're just like, okay, well, you know what, I might not like this as much, but I like this. Like, for me, I really like my eyes, so I'm always like, oh, okay, I really like my eyes today, I think they look really nice. Focus on the things that you love about yourself, and slowly but surely the little insecurities will disappear. I know I'll always be an insecure person and really struggle with my confidence, but as long as you kind of make sure that you show yourself appreciation for the parts that you do love, and you will learn to love your insecurities, because they are what make you you. Confidence wise in like everyday life, I'm not gonna lie, I actually really struggle to do even like simple tasks of going for a walk. Sometimes I really get myself into a panic and I don't want to go alone, and I just feel like, even though they're not, I feel like every single person is looking at me, and I know that they're not, which is the weirdest thing. So I don't ever know why I feel like that, but I always get myself really worked up every time I have to go somewhere on my own. I definitely get better at it, because some days I wake up and I'm like, oh, it's fine today, like I can do it. 1 second, I need my food fix. Yeah, some days I wake up and I'm completely fine, then other days I just wake up and I'm like, oh, I don't know if that's a good idea, or I should do that today. But I'm growing as a person, and my tips would definitely be to look in the mirror and to point out the things that you love about yourself, and just tell yourself that your insecurities are what makes you you, and then your confidence will just blossom. I also got loads of questions on why I decided to move to Manchester over London, and to be honest, it was very, like, obviously we have a roadmap now out of lockdown, but when I moved it was a very unpredictable what was going to happen with this year, and London prices are also very expensive, and I want to buy a house at some point, either towards the end of this year or next year. But I knew before that I wanted to move out, and I'll talk about this a little later on. But Manchester was just an amazing option because all my friends are here. It's an amazing city. The apartment's an amazing apartment for the price, and I was like, why not? I definitely want to live in London at some point in my life, but as of now, Manchester was just like a good option. Boys, oh my god, boys. I've got loads of questions. Are you single? Are you dating? What's your type? Let me give you the lowdown on the update. I'm still single. Shock. Like, there's really not a shock, is it? I've always been single, never had a boyfriend. Yeah, I'm just used to it now. I've spoken to a couple of people. Something was definitely a little more serious. Obviously, I wasn't going to share anything because I'm glad I didn't now because it was very uncertain. This was before lockdown and like around summertime and everything, but I actually met his family, and yeah, I genuinely thought this is going to be my first boyfriend, and then it all just like went crashing down, and I was a little bit heartbroken, I'm not gonna lie. It took me a couple of weeks to kind of like get over it. I'm okay now, but stupid boys, honestly, they actually think that girls are not going to find out. I have nothing against anyone that I've spoken to in that sort of way, but the amount of lies that boys tell, and then stupidly, or maybe not so stupidly, maybe he wanted me to see, they leave me on their private Snapchat story so I can see that they're with another girl, and I'm like, okay, so you just lied to me, said we couldn't be together, but you're with another girl. I've basically just decided that I want to be single, I want to have a hot girl summer, I want to go and have my fun and just enjoy life without looking for a boyfriend, because I feel like I went through a stage where I looked for one, and when you look for one, it never works out. I just don't really have any luck with boys. Like, I feel like all my friends will tell you that as well. I just don't have luck, but I know that the right one will be out there for me somewhere. I just don't think I'm meant to have a boyfriend yet. I think I'm just meant to like live my best life in a new city and enjoy being on my own. So boys. But my type, so many people say what's your type, and I would say tall, dark and handsome, but a lot of the people that I've been with are blonde, so maybe it's not tall, dark and handsome, or maybe it is, so I need to go for a tall, dark and handsome. I don't know why I always end up with blondes. My ideal type is like quite a nice body, like big arms. I do like sleeve tattoos on some people as well. I think they look really nice eyes, and yeah, tall, dark and handsome. The tall, dark and handsome people that I have spoken to have been idiots, so I don't think I have a type. I think I just need to go typeless, if that makes sense. So that's a little life update on my boy situation. I am still single. Whoever found a boyfriend in lockdown, you are very, very lucky, because I'm not quite sure how you did it. I just ended up heartbroken again. Do you genuinely enjoy living alone? Honestly, I love living alone more than anything in the world. Guys, I have a whole new sense of freedom. I could go to bed at whatever time I wanted anyway. If you get the chance to, and when you get to that age where you want to move out and you want to live alone, do it. Living with friends I'm sure would be amazing, because obviously my friends live downstairs, so it's really, really good. But no, living on my own and having my own space to come back to is the best thing ever. A lot of people were asking on money advice and why I decided to rent and not buy, and yeah, basically what to do as you get older in your financial situation. I personally wanted to rent for maybe a year, I think I'm going to rent for, or 18 months, because I wasn't ready to commit to buying a house and decorating a house when I know in myself I still want to go and have fun and live like a city girl life for a couple of years. When I buy my house, I'm going to buy it back home, I'm pretty sure. I'm like 90% sure I'm going to buy it back home. So I wanted to kind of move away, enjoy living in a city, and experience my 20s with my friends, like having fun and going out and focusing on my work a lot. And I didn't want to give myself the pressure of buying a house yet. I just felt personally for me, buying a house right now would have been a mistake, whereas I feel like in a year I feel like I'm really going to want to buy a house, because I look and I kind of know what I want, but I don't want to do anything until I'm 100%. And I also want to go traveling. Like, I really want to go traveling for maybe 3 or 4 months to Thailand, Bali, Australia. I would of course vlog it all, but I want to go like actual traveling, like backpacking. Obviously that's not going to be possible this year, but I want to do that next year. And yeah, I just have things that I wanted to do before I wanted to buy a house and settle down. So for me, renting was a good option, and I think it's the best option that I've picked personally. I love my life and I cannot wait to experience a summer in Manchester. But money advice and saving and everything, because this is something that we just don't get taught in school, and like it's something that I've had to, oh my god, that's a bit weird. It's something that I've had to completely figure out on my own. And like, yeah, like saving and mortgages and everything is something you have to figure. Obviously you have family advice and friend advice, but you don't get taught it in school, and it would be so helpful if we did. Oh, it's so good every time. Personally, I love saving. I don't really spend a lot of money on myself, because I know I want a good future. I know I want a really nice house and a really nice car in the future, so I save a lot of my money. I have an ISA, which is really, really good. You can put up to £20,000 in every single year, and some of them you can take out whenever you want, or you can lock it until you're a certain age, so you know you've always got that money there. Mine personally is unlocked, but I don't touch it. You can also put your money in premium bonds, there's savings, there's so many different options on what you can do. And if you actually want me to do a video on like my personal decisions, I definitely can. I also invest money in stocks and shares, which I've been doing for a while now, and I'm trying to get myself on the property ladder. Like I said, I don't want to rush into anything because I also have part of a business as well, so there's lots of different things that I do behind the scenes with my money. I feel like a lot of people look at YouTubers or like young influencers, I hate that word so much, but they think, oh, they're so stupid, they just blow all their money, when in reality I've actually been really smart with my money, and I'm really proud of myself. I am going to get myself a very nice car, I think, this year. That is one thing that I'm going to do, because I said to myself, once I've been driving for 3 years, I'll get myself a nice car, and in September this year I've been driving for 3 years, so I think that will be like my first big purchase, maybe, and a house. Do you restrict your content? I'm just deciding what piece to go for. I wouldn't say I restrict my content. I'm aware I have a young audience, I'm aware, you know, what to say and what not to say, but I want to grow my channel with me, which is why I feel like I'm changing my content. I feel like my content's growing with me as a person, and like this summer, obviously, all like depending on if we're allowed out and we've got on holidays and stuff, like I want to vlog all my holidays, I want to vlog nights out, I want to take my mum on a night out, I want to grow my content with me. You know, I'm 21 this year, like I'm not 13 years old anymore, I'm an adult, I live on my own, and I don't want to do videos that are constantly catering for a younger audience, because it would be unauthentic to myself. I want to grow my channel with me. Whether people decide to stick with me and watch it or not, that's completely up to them, but like obviously all the content I'm doing now is the best content I've ever produced. I'm so happy with my channel for the first time in a long time, and I cannot wait to go out and film night out vlogs. And I don't want to call it like a sesh vlog, because it's not going to be a full-on sesh vlog, but I'm definitely going to film my first night out again. I'm going to film taking mum on a night out. Hopefully, fingers crossed, if we can go away in the summer, I'm going to film party holidays. Like, yeah, my content's going to grow with me, so I'm not going to restrict my content really as much as I used to. What's one thing you want to do that you haven't had the chance yet? Definitely travel, because in 2020 I would have gone to so many places. Like I was planning on going to Australia in 2020, and that never happened, and I was going to spend like 2 months in LA as well, and that never happened. So definitely, as soon as we can, travel. I want to do like littler holidays this year if we can, and then next year I want to do a big backpacking to Thailand, Bali, Australia, film the whole thing. Like when Molly Beauty Spectrum went and I watched all of her vlogs, she literally had the best time in the world, and I want to do it so bad. So I say that's like the one thing that I want to do really bad. I want to go backpacking and go traveling. Do you enjoy the responsibilities of living alone? You know what, I actually do. Sometimes it's a little bit of a chore, I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes I wake up and I think, oh god, I really don't want to empty the dishwasher, or I really cannot be bothered to put another wash on or change the bed sheets. But it's all part of growing up, and it gives you this whole new level of like independence, which I feel like I haven't really felt before. I just love the fact that I'm my own boss and I can do what the hell I want. Like, it really is great. Paying bills and everything, obviously that's a bit more of a boring adult side, but I've been kind of used to that for a few years because I pay tax and all my VAT and everything, so I've been doing that for like 3-4 years anyway, so it wasn't really much of a just dropped my phone on the floor. It wasn't really much of a change to me, apart from the fact of like doing the physical things around the house. The bills and stuff wasn't really any different, but yeah, I love it. I really like it, and I cannot wait to kind of like develop my content as I go. Like, I really want to do, I don't know if anybody's gonna want to see this, but I really want to do a clean with me and film myself cleaning my entire apartment, because I love doing that, and I don't know whether you guys would want to see it. Let me know. How do you stay motivated? Honestly guys, I'm not gonna lie, I do really struggle with this sometimes, like really badly struggle. Feels so good. 1, 2, 3. I'm getting down it. There's definitely days during lockdown where I've not got up and all I've wanted to do is lay there and do nothing. I've just felt very lonely and very isolated, and very, even though I've got a husband right downstairs, you know, we're all living our own separate lives, and living in a new city can be very daunting, and like discovering a new city and stuff. And I just remember I had a bit of a breakdown one day because I was like, I don't know where I am. Like, I need to go to the shop and I don't know where I am, and it was scary because I don't have my car here, my car's at home, and yeah, I don't know, I find it very hard sometimes to get motivated to do anything. I always tell myself though, and I feel like you should tell yourself this too, I always tell myself to do something today that is going to get myself to where I want to be tomorrow. And if one thing that this whole COVID experience has taught us is that life is extremely short, and we should not take any day for granted. Every single day is a blessing, and every day that we get to spend with people is a blessing. And I feel like as soon as this is over, no one's going to take life for granted anymore. So when I don't feel motivated, I think, you know what, it's not going to be like this forever, and I'm going to enjoy the time that I have on my own and time that I have to relax before life gets hectic again and it goes back to normal. I have never been more grateful in my life for my family and my friends and the health of myself and my family and my friends, and I think it made us appreciate everything so much more. So in the thought of that makes me a lot more motivated. I never really spoke about it, and it's not really something I think I ever will speak about, but during this whole time, it was nothing to do with COVID, but a family member of mine went through something extremely horrific, and it's something that we've all had to deal with behind the scenes, and it was a lot. Like, it was a lot, but definitely moving up here away from it gave me a massive, like, different outlook on life, and now I've never been more grateful for everyone's health, everyone's happiness, and I just remind myself of that when I don't feel motivated. Set yourself goals. I've set myself so many goals that I want to achieve in life now, and I will make sure that I complete every single one of them. Like, I am so determined to make my life my dream life and to make all of my dreams come true. I want to make dreams that I didn't even think were possible. Like, I want to make the impossible possible, basically. I'm very into the whole, like, manifesting thing, and I'm going to do a talk on that in my Living Alone diaries, but that whole outlook has changed the way I look at life. And if you ever feel down in the dumps, just tell yourself this is temporary, this is not forever, and our lives are going to get so much better. And just look at the things that you're grateful for and think about the future, think about the things you want to do with your life, think about the things you're gonna do as soon as this is over, and just make sure that you do something today that is going to get you to where you want to be tomorrow. I like to think I've got a very good work ethic, and my friends tell me that all the time, because I feel like I'm always working towards something, because I know that nothing in life is just given to you. I know that in my job a lot of people do think that, you know, things are just given to you on a golden plate, and it's not. So much work goes into it, and I'm really proud of myself for the work ethic that I have, because every single day I wake up, I know exactly what I'm doing. I get up, I get my stuff sorted. I'm very blessed, and I know that, but it has come from a real place of hard work and motivation. So if you ever do not feel motivated, you are going to tell yourself that all your dreams are going to come true, and do not take any day for granted, especially after all we've been through. On that note, I feel like a bit out of breath. That was a nice little chat. I really enjoyed that mukbang. That was such a nice chilled little vibe, and I've nearly finished all of my sushi. Oh, so good. That is the end of this mukbang. I really hope you guys have enjoyed. If you want me to do more of these, I definitely can. If you want me to do 1000 Byron as well, we can get them involved. I can get them to come down here, sit one either side. Let me know some other videos you guys want to see from me whilst we are still indoors, because I'm kind of running out of ideas now. Not gonna lie, it's getting very tricky to do different videos while still indoors. I love you all so much. Make sure to go over and follow me on Instagram, and if you want any advice on anything, I do always check my DMs, so just drop me a message over there, and I will try and get back to as many people as I can. And other than that, I will see you very soon for a brand new video. Mwah. Bye.